Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches. This is something that was started by Christy of Christy's Beautiful Life. And I think this is series 19. She does it 3 times a year, I believe. And I've got my photos and I've got some coffee things. Today's sketch is by Sarah Christensen and it is this one. Definitely a very grid-like feeling. Which is what I'm going to go to. Now, she has some rectangles going in different directions, but I don't know if I'm going to go that way yet. I do know I'm going to follow that grid pattern, though. So, let's see what I can do. Alrighty, so I have pulled out a variety of papers. I'm going to use this Christmas paper from Paper House as my background. It is a really nice dark wood grain on this side, and it has Christmas stuff on the other. So we're not worried about the Christmas, but we do want that dark wood grain. Now, I want to be able to have this grid look similar. The way the sketches, the photos are not squares, they are rectangles, and some of them are portrait and some of them are landscape. However, I am making mine into squares. I originally thought that I was going to use a square cut apart from this coffee collection, but ultimately I end up using the rectangle instead of the square. So this is a bunch of photos from the first time that I went to Starbucks corporate, and I have a bunch of photos from there. I decided to keep all of the corporate photos separate from the actual reserve store photos, and there was a pilot of a reusable cup program that I have photos of as well, that I am not scrapbooking with these photos. Like they're different stories for different bits of time. I end up not using the mission statement, which has now since been updated, but I couldn't trim it down far enough, and I want it to have mats on every single one of my grid elements. So I've got that dark paper, I've got this light blue color and this green color that I have pulled from the 4x6 coffee card right there. It's got the green and the blue in it. And now I'm just trying to figure out where I want my cards to go. And I decided to have them alternate like this, which means I need to cut out another blue card. I also trim down the coffee card because I want it to fit in this space so that it looks like it is one large element. So the coffee card is actually going to get matted on something else as well. So my squares are 3.5 by 3.5. And I'm thinking that it needs a little bit of something with it. I kind of like it just the way it is. And if the coffee spread it out across 2 of the squares, this would have been a great like title page. But I think I've already done the title page for my Starbucks album. I don't remember. And if you guys saw the little 1-minute video short thing that I had posted a couple days ago, you saw my huge pile of albums that we are getting ready to move. Kind of outrageous. But anyway, I decide that I'm going to distress the edges. Not a whole heck of a lot. I'm just running my edge distresser over it just a couple times. I'm not really looking for super fray and lots of paper pulpiness that goes down. So I'm going to flip them all over so that I can go ahead and get them adhered. Now, I do go looking for something to mat this on. I end up going for this floral paper, and I realize that the floral paper is directional after I already cut into it. And I'm like, you know what? It's not going to show that much of it, so I don't think that anybody is going to even realize that it is directional. And if you do, I mean, good on you, and your eyes must be awesome that you can even see that. So it actually looks, the color combo on this side is actually pretty good too. So I grab some fun foam, and I'm going to slap these little fun foam bits on the back of all of the papers. What this is going to do is it's going to give it just a little bit of lift off of this dark background. And with the little bit of distressed edging that is going on that, I think that it's going to create a really nice effect. And I just like the way it looks. So now I'm going to make sure that this all gets down enough so that nothing is really going to be falling or leaning. Now, I am just using my ATG, and you guys have heard me say it multiple times. When you are adhering fun foam, the best way is to start off of the foam on the paper, go over top of the foam, and then end on the paper. Sometimes that ATG does not want to stick to the fun foam until it is pressed down against the paper, and then it doesn't let go very well. But I don't have these things pressed down very hard yet because I was trying to make sure that I had the spacing okay. And then this is where I realize that I need to trim down the card a little bit more. And I actually do trim it down on the top and the bottom as well. So the floral is cut into slightly. But that is okay with me. This is where you kind of lose the fact that that floral paper is directional. So now I'm figuring out where I want the photos to go, and then I realized I cut down that photo to the same exact size as the photo mat, so that's not going to work. So I am going to go ahead and adjust where that is. I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want all of the photos to go because I have less photos than squares. And in the sketch, the photos are kind of in a cross shape, but I'm not really following the sketch exactly, so I kind of have to make it work for me. Ultimately, I decide to go with 2 photos on the right top and 2 photos on the left middle. And then I'm going to do some decorative bits. I decided that I was going to fill in this wood veneer scalloped circle. These are from Scrapping Reflections. They are out of stock in the shop right now. And guys, there won't be a restock before the move, so that won't happen until November. There won't be a restock. So just a straight heads up. I am going to adhere this down onto this bottom square right here. I'm trying to figure out how I want the pattern paper to look on top of that square. It's like, do I want it to look exactly in the same position as the squares, or do I kind of want to, you know, do it just a little bit differently? And I did it just a tiny bit differently. Since I have the wood veneer down here on the bottom, I'm going to add wood veneer as well with these little hearts. And I like them on the side here. I'm back in the stash looking to bring in something else. I decide to go with this yellow color. This is like one of my favorite color yellows. I just love it. So I'm going to put it there, and then I'm also going to bring it into another part of the page. I'm going to use my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to get the wood veneer hearts to stick down onto the paper. And I like the way that looks, you guys. Now I need a decorative bit up here at the top left. I was toying with the idea of putting my text up there. but ultimately I cover up more of that floral because, like I said, you can't really tell that it's directional around the coffee word, but you kind of can tell to the left of the coffee word. And I was like, I need to do something with that. Now I'm just trying to figure out if I want to bring in some of these stickers and how that is going to finish off the layout, because, I don't want to just keep slapping the word coffee down, which has a lot of coffee in the coffee collection, which I guess makes sense. Sometimes I wish that these manufacturers that make collections weren't so literal, right? Like, you can have a coffee collection and not have the word coffee 70 11 times in there. I have gone into the stash. I have found another yellow thing. So I have that banner, and I'm going to stretch it across the scalloped wood veneer. And then there is this banner over here. I'm going to bring that up to the top, and I like the way that that looks. And I decide to bring in one of the stickers off of the sticker sheet. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is cute. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to get some sort of journaling on there. So I use the other side of that green paper that I used for some of the grid squares. And I'm going to go ahead and place that kind of underneath of the coffee word. And it helps with that directional floral paper. And then I'm going to throw a couple words down there. Apparently I'm going to throw some more adhesive down there too. And I just talk about how this was the first time I went to Starbucks Corporate. And the first time I went to Starbucks Corporate was actually for a holiday prep meeting with the district manager who was watching over our district, who wasn't our permanent district manager. But I just write about that, and then I slap the date down, and that's going to do it for this layout, you guys. So make sure that you check out the playlist for the 30 days of sketches. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.